welcome you watching Republic TV with me, Akanksha Khajuria, and this evening we bring you top 6 stories of the day, 6 stories that matter and you should know about. First up, Prime Minister is in Japan today, from where he gave a direct message to the United States that India is growing and will soon become the third largest economy of the world. And next, a day after Prime Minister Modi and his late mother were abused during a Congress rally in Bihar, BJP and Congress workers clashed in Patna today. BJP demands apology, and then we will show you the devastating visuals coming in from Uttarakhand, where the monsoon continues to wreak havoc, and then to Mumbai, where Marathas are now demanding the OBC status. Thousands have gathered to press for this demand, and we'll give you more updates on this as well. And then to the much-awaited SCO meeting in China in just another 2 days, where Prime Minister Modi, Chinese and Russian President will be meeting, and Republic TV is there on the ground. And lastly, so-called legendary American F-16 fighter jet has crashed yet again. These are the top 6 stories that we're tracking for you this evening. Let's get started. Prime Minister Modi has arrived in Japan today for a 2-day visit to attend the 15th India-Japan Annual Summit. The visit is packed with strategic talks, big-ticket investment and a strong message to the United States. Here's what Prime Minister Modi said in Japan.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Tokyo on a 2-day visit. A rousing welcome from the Indian diaspora with Gayatri Mantra, folk songs and a show of cultural pride. PM Modi's first stop, the India-Japan Economic Forum, where he made a powerful pitch for India as the global investment destination.
जापानी कंपनियों ने भारत में $40 बिलियन से ज्यादा का निवेश किया है। मात्र पिछले 2 वर्षों में $13 बिलियन का प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टमेंट हुआ है। JBIC कहता है कि भारत सबसे प्रॉमिसिंग डेस्टिनेशन है। जेट्रो बताता है कि 80% कंपनियां भारत में एक्सपांड करना चाहती है और 75% ऑलरेडी मुनाफे में है। यानी इन इंडिया कैपिटल डज नॉट जस्ट ग्रो, इट मल्टीप्लाइज। S&P ग्लोबल ने 2 दशक बाद भारत के क्रेडिट रेटिंग अपग्रेड किए हैं। द वर्ल्ड इज नॉट जस्ट वॉचिंग इंडिया, इट इज काउंटिंग ऑन इंडिया।
Even as India-US ties face headwinds over trade tariffs, the Prime Minister asserted that India is on track to become the world's third largest economy. From metro rails, manufacturing, semiconductors to startups, PM Modi hailed India-Japan ties and reaffirmed Tokyo's role in India's development journey.
आज भारत विश्व की सबसे तेज ग्रो करने वाली मेजर इकोनॉमी है और बहुत जल्द विश्व की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी बनने जा रहा है। वैश्विक ग्रोथ में भारत 18% योगदान दे रहा है।
And a big announcement. India opening the doors of its nuclear energy sector for the private participation. After defense and space, the next frontier is nuclear.
हमने 45,000 कंप्लायंसेस रेशनलाइज किए हैं। इस प्रक्रिया को गति देने के लिए डीरेगुलेशन पर एक उच्च स्तरीय कमेटी बनाई गई है। डिफेंस और स्पेस जैसे सेंसिटिव क्षेत्रों को प्राइवेट सेक्टर के लिए खोल दिया गया है। अब हम न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी सेक्टर को भी खोल रहे हैं। साथियों, इन रिफॉर्म्स के पीछे हमारा विकसित भारत बनाने का संकल्प है.
This visit, at the invitation of Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba, is also about the future ties. As the world watches closely, PM Modi's Japan visit signals that India's global ambitions are firmly on track.
And now shifting our focus, clashes broke out in Patna earlier today as the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress workers came head-on with each other, hitting with flags, throwing stones and wielding lathis. This comes in the backdrop of the Congress party facing a national backlash over the abuse and the personal attacks on the Prime Minister just ahead of the crucial Bihar elections. Now, from protests to the political war of words that is going on in the states, here is how the abuse gate is playing out. Have a look.
You can hear the slogans, Modi Chor. These were the visuals from the opposition's Vote Adhikar Yatra in Bihar. The same video that allegedly showed a youth Congress leader abusing the Prime Minister and his mother during a rally in Darbhanga. The controversy has reached the streets of Patna. These visuals emerged this morning, showing the party workers of the BJP and the Congress attacking each other with flags, right at the doorstep of Rahul Gandhi's party. Across India, reactions are pouring in onto the Bihar abuse gate as it becomes the biggest controversy ahead of Bihar elections. Home Minister Amit Shah is in Assam. He condemned the abusive politics, asserting that under Rahul Gandhi's leadership, Congress has sunk to new lows.
एक घुसपैठिया बचाओ यात्रा जो उन्होंने बिहार में निकाली है, उसमें राहुल गांधी के स्वागत के मंच पर से नरेंद्र मोदी जी की स्वर्गीय माता जी के लिए अपशब्द बोलकर सबसे घृणित काम कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने किया है. मैं आज इस मंच से राहुल जी ने जिस प्रकार से घृणा की स्तर बगर की राजनीति की शुरुआत की है.
Bihar's Deputy Chief Minister claimed that abuse was part of a pattern, saying it's becoming typical of Rahul Gandhi and Lalu's party to abuse the Prime Minister and Sanatan Dharma.
आप गाली गलौज पर मां बहन पर यदि आ रहे हैं तो ये लोकतंत्र के लिए शर्मसार करने वाला समय है. राहुल गांधी को सबसे पहले और तेजस्वी यादव लालू जी के परिवार को माफी मांगना चाहिए. इस तरह की घटिया राजनीति कभी भी लोकतंत्र में नहीं हो सकता है.
इस तरीके से गाली गलौज करना, वो भी देश के प्रधानमंत्री के लिए, ये कतई कोई स्वीकार नहीं कर सकता है. अगर आपको उनके किसी विषय को लेकर ऐतराज भी है तो आप अपने पक्ष को रखिए ना, पर मर्यादित होकर उस पक्ष को रखिए. और कांग्रेस जैसी पार्टी जो कि देश की सबसे पुरानी पार्टियों में से एक है, कांग्रेस जैसी पार्टियों के रहते हुए इस तरीके की भाषा का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है. और किस तरीके का गाली गलौज, मतलब ये गली में नुक्कड़ के गुंडे ऐसी भाषा का इस्तेमाल नहीं करते.
BJP MP Ravi Shankar Prasad slammed the Congress, asking if the party should justify an abuse of the PM's mother, even as its leaders present on the stage at the event simply watched on.
अभी देखा हमने क्या इतना घटिया हो गई है कांग्रेस पार्टी कि भारत के प्रधानमंत्री, उनकी मां जिसने गरीबी में भारत के प्रधानमंत्री को बड़ा किया, अब वो दुनिया में नहीं है, उनके बारे में ऐसे शब्दों का प्रयोग करती हैं. राहुल गांधी की माफी मांगिए.
In response, the Congress party has dismissed the outrage. Congress leader Pawan Khera has called it a distraction tactic by the BJP and a deliberate attempt to derail the conversation around voter rights and electoral integrity.
किसने की टिप्पणी? इन्हीं के एजेंट घूमते रहते हैं, करते रहते हैं बदमाशी और फिर यही मुद्दा बनाते हैं ताकि यात्रा से ध्यान हटा सके। ये बौखलाए हुए हैं हमारी इस यात्रा से। इनकी चोरी पकड़ी गई है, इसलिए बौखलाए हुए हैं। कौन है जो गिरफ्तार हुआ है, किसका आदमी है, किसने करवाया, उसने पता लगाइए।
But some congressmen are outrightly condemning what happened at Darbhanga, showing how disconnected the party's leadership is, split even on such an issue ahead of the polls.
If you look at the political overtone of this particular incident that has taken place, one, the entire Vote Adhikar Yatra of Rahul Gandhi has fizzled with this particular statement, setting a narrative in favor of the BJP. And this is kind of the template, this is the kind of template the BJP requires to contest elections, whether be it in any state. We are all waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remarks on 15 September when he visits Bihar.
And now shifting our focus, rain fury continues to wreak havoc in the hills as well as plains. River in Uttarakhand are overflowing, ancient temples are submerged, highways are completely cut off and families are trapped after the cloudburst that took place there from Rudraprayag to Chamoli and Haridwar as well. Visuals of devastations are pouring in from the state of Uttarakhand. Have a look at the special report.
Continuous rainfall has pushed rivers in Uttarakhand into a state of fury. Both the Alaknanda and Mandakini are flowing well above the danger mark, turning the holy land into a zone of destruction. The ancient Hanuman temple in the district headquarters now lies completely submerged. Saints and sages had to be shifted to safer places as water swallowed the sacred site. In Rudraprayag, 40 to 45 families are in grave danger after a cloudburst. Torrents of mud and debris swept into villages, triggering panic and forcing desperate evacuations. Heavy rain and massive landslides have cut off roads, leaving disaster relief teams struggling to reach the affected areas. Every minute of delay is costing precious time in the rescue operations. In Haridwar, a sudden surge in what was once a dry river shocked the locals. A car was seen helplessly floating in the raging current. Water spilled onto the roads, flowing at dangerous speed. Panic spread across neighborhoods as people ran for safety. SDRF and local administration teams rushed towards Chamoli, where families are still feared trapped under the debris. On the Badrinath highway, the water level has reached the roads. Alaknanda and Mandakini continue to rage above the danger mark, bringing traffic to a complete standstill. And it's not just Uttarakhand. In Telangana's Medak is partially submerged after incessant rains. Shockingly, this is the second time in just 10 days that the sacred shrine has gone underwater. From temples to highways, villages to rivers, the rain fury has left destruction in its wake. With rivers swelling and mountains crumbling, the monsoon continues to test resilience and faith alike.
And now to the state of Maharashtra. In a dramatic turn of events in Maharashtra reservation politics, thousands of protesters gathered in Mumbai today, clad in saffron attire and waving the flags. They marched through the rain-soaked streets there in Mumbai, demanding the OBC status for Maratha community. As their leaders also they have gone on the indefinite hunger strike in Maharashtra. Here's the full story.
Thousands of protesters, clad in saffron caps and scarves, waving saffron flags. The march, led by Maratha quota activist Manoj Range Patel, reached a rain-soaked Mumbai this morning. This as the activist began an indefinite hunger strike at Mumbai's Azad Maidan.
मराठा आरक्षण की मांग को लेकर जो कार्यकर्ता है मनोज जारांगे की अगुवाई में ये निकला हुआ है आंदोलन और तब से महाराष्ट्र के अलग अलग इलाकों से हुए आ रहा है। तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं किस तरह से यहाँ पर मराठा समाज के लोग पहुँचे हुए हैं। इनकी मांग है कि इनको आरक्षण दिया जाए, शिक्षा में दिया जाए, नौकरी में दिया जाए।
Manoj Range Patel declared that he would not end his fast until the government granted reservation for Marathas under the OBC category, a demand that he reiterated with unwavering resolve. As the protest gained momentum, the city witnessed significant traffic snarls, especially in South and East Mumbai. This prompted the police to issue a traffic advisory and deploy over 1,500 personnel at the Azad Maidan. Supporters of Manoj Range Patel also gathered at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus as they protested, demanding a Maratha reservation.
आरक्षण की मांग को लेकर मराठा समाज आज मुंबई के आज़ाद मैदान में प्रदर्शन कर रहा है। मनोज जारंगे के अगुवाई में मराठा समाज के महाराष्ट्र के अलग अलग जगह से जो मराठा समाज के लोग पहुंचे हुए, उनकी मांग है कि आरक्षण दिया जाए, रिजर्वेशन दिया जाए। और तस्वीरें मैं दिखा रहा हूँ सीएसटी स्टेशन का किस तरह से लोग पहुंचे हुए हैं, गाड़ियाँ रुकी हुई है और भीड़ देख सकते हैं किस तरह सीएसटी स्टेशन पर यहाँ पे भीड़ हुई है।
As the Maratha movement escalates, OBC groups have announced a counter-protest, objecting to Marathas being included in their quota pool. With tensions rising, Mumbai now stands at the heart of a growing quota battle that could reshape Maharashtra's political and social landscape.
And now shifting our focus amid Donald Trump's tariff war, world leaders are set to come together in a show of solidarity at the SCO summit in China later this weekend. The key SCO summit will give the way for strengthening of the ties between India, China and Russia, as the Prime Minister will be holding the bilateral talks on the sidelines of this crucial summit. And the talks will happen as India faces US President Donald Trump's tariff hikes amid the mounting American pressure to curb the purchase of the Russian oil. Here's more.
Amid the Trump tariff war, Prime Minister Modi will be attending the SCO summit in China on August 31, sending a strong message to America. This summit is seen as a show of strength and the efforts to normalize ties between India, China and Russia. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit is set to bring together over 20 world leaders in China. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to hold crucial bilateral meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the summit. The talks will be closely watched by all, coming at a time when India's economic partnership with the United States has been jolted by Donald Trump's tariff hikes on the Indian goods. Remember, Washington recently raised tariffs to 50% on a wide range of Indian exports, including steel, textiles, and farm products. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi's meeting with Xi Jinping will be their first face-to-face encounter in almost a year and comes after recent diplomatic efforts to ease tensions between India and China. On the other hand, the SCO summit will give China a chance to lead the global south and support Russia, while India will use this to show its commitment to working with multiple countries and finding its own balance in global politics. The SCO will discuss regional security, trade and connectivity with a focus on counter-terrorism and economic cooperation between the nations.
And now shifting our focus, another fireball, another fall. The so-called legendary American F-16 jet crashes once again, and this time in Poland. The pilot dead on the spot. 6 crashes in the last 2 years, with many asking, is America's war machine crumbling mid-air? Here's more.
Another crash, another tragedy, another question mark on America's so-called legendary fighter jet. During a rehearsal for the prestigious Radom Air Show, the Polish Air Force F-16 fighter jet plunged into the runway, killing the pilot instantly. the mighty F-16 reduced to burning wreckage, skidding helplessly for several hundred meters before it engulfed into huge fireball. This was no ordinary accident. It happened during rehearsals for one of Europe's biggest aviation events. Deputy Prime Minister of Poland confirmed the loss, calling it a great loss for the Air Force. But the bigger loss is credibility. The credibility of an American aircraft sold as invincible. For decades, the F-16 was hailed by the United States as the workhorse of the skies, praised for its agility, reliability, and trusted by over 25 nations. But behind the praise lies a troubling record: 6 crashes in just 2 years. With mounting accidents, combat losses, and tragic fatalities, is the F-16 truly a legend of the skies or the most overrated fighter jet of our time, exposing a dangerous flaw in USA's defense capabilities? Yet, America insists this is the most versatile fighter jet of the future. Ukraine alone lost multiple F-16s during 2024 and 25, raising questions over its combat-ready capabilities. Singapore 2024, a catastrophic system failure sent another jet crashing. In South Korea, a power outage nearly killed a pilot, and now Poland adds to this long list.
And this is all we could pack for you in this bulletin of 6 stories at 6. We'll be back tomorrow with more such stories. Till then, keep watching Republic TV. Goodbye.